But for 3 years, every year when I applied, I got rejected. And they used all sort of excuses like my certificate wasn't good enough, my scores weren't good enough, my APS scores weren't good enough, or sometimes it's just they didn't have space for me. In 2019, I remember I had this dream one night that I got accepted into university for this specific course or one of these courses. And I didn't think anything of it because I already got rejected that year. So it was just like, okay, whatever, it's just my mind playing games. And I remember, I think 3 days or 4 days in a row, I had that same dream. And on the 4th day, I woke up and I was like, okay, Lord, I can't have the same dream over and over and over again unless it's not from you. So I reapplied and I reapplied. In 2020, I got rejected again, but I got accepted into the Bachelor of Science. I was very grateful, but in my heart, I was like, Lord, this isn't what you promised me. And even though God was gracious enough to let me do very well in that, I was still struggling with God in my heart. And I was like, God, this isn't the one that you promised me. And where is that one that you promised me? So I remember last year, I went to a youth day because I was fighting. Last year, it was a very hard year for my studies. I just wasn't enjoying any part of it. So I went to a youth day last year, and I remember the message was, even though God gave you a promise, it takes your faith to unlock it. And then it got me thinking, have I even been having faith in God? I mean, you can ask for stuff, but it doesn't mean you're having faith about it, right? So, okay, I decided I'm going to put all my trust in God that day, and I'm going to apply again for this year, and whatever happens, happens. So I remember in January, I was in work, and I got another rejection letter for this year. And I went to the bathroom, and I started fighting with God. And I was like, Lord, what is going on here? Because you promised me. You promised me that I was going to get into this course. You even gave me another dream in December that I was going to class for biokinetics. So when I got that rejection letter, I was just a bit fed up. And then I had to apologize to God for fighting, I think. And then I was like, Lord, please just give me the opportunity. If I don't do well, then I'll know it wasn't meant to be. But I need at least the opportunity. And I think a few mornings afterwards, I was reading the Bible, and I got this scripture, Jeremiah 29, verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams which ye cause to be dreamed. And I was like, Lord, you gave me this dream. Okay, so obviously this is a sign now that I need to keep trusting you, because this dream is going to come true. I think it was the week that registration closed, or it was closing the Friday, and the Monday, my mom and I went to the mall, and as we were walking out, this car guard came up to us, and he said, are you in university? And I was like, I don't know you. Maybe? And he's like, okay, wherever you are, I feel like God is telling me you got it. And it only hit when I went in the car. I was like, wait a second, I got it. God's telling me I really got it. And I think the day after that, my dad is driving me to work, and I didn't tell him, I don't think I told him what the car guard said. And he said, Michal, registration is closing this week. Shouldn't you just register for this Bachelor of Science? You've been doing well. And I was like, no, Dad, I had this dream. It is going to happen. It has to happen. God told me it's going to happen now, so I'm just going to wait on God. And the Friday came and registration closed, and I refused to register. And I was still waiting on God. I was like, Lord, this is in your hands. And the Sunday before school was supposed to start, classes were starting, I got an acceptance letter into biokinetics. I was so grateful. I think I cried for 5 minutes. And oh my word, it's been such a great experience. I just enjoy every day. And I know I've got the lowest APS score in the class, but on our first semester test, I scored the highest. And that was by God's grace.
Powerful, powerful. Persistence. Persistence. If God spoke it, surely He must do it.